Hey guys, Ashley here, awesome on Stage League fan. I'm back today with another video topic. Like I said, look at me. I am off the charts with these videos. I just have so much to talk about. But remember when I said that I'm going to try to do some more One Tree Hill topic? Well, here we are with a One Tree Hill topic today. I do have the reasons why I think season 2 is the weakest. I have not written down the reasons yet, but that video will be coming, and I also have the Brooke videos about why I think she was just absolute garbage in season 4. So be prepared for them. But today's video I want to talk about is something that's very controversial within the fandom, and that's people who think that Peyton and Jake should have been EndGame. Now, this has always bothered me because, to me, I feel like, and I will always feel like this, I feel like Peyton and Lucas were just the ultimate EndGame. They made the most sense, and that is where the show was heading. Him and Peyton ending up together. And I feel like a lot of people just hate to accept that. I can understand if you don't agree with how things were done. I don't agree with Lucas needing to cheat on every single woman to know that Peyton was the one. I absolutely agree with that. I feel like that was just absurd. I feel like they could. Now, the Brooke thing, now, it's hard to say that it was absurd when you have two female characters like Lindsay and Brooke who see the obvious and yet they stick around. So to me, I kind of feel like they both set themselves up for that pain that they obviously didn't want. I know people are going to come here with pitchforks and knives and say, how dare you say that about Brooke, especially Brooke. No one hates to hear that about their beloved Brooke. Like I said, I love Brooke, but I'm not, y'all put her on a pedestal way too much, and it kind of makes you just feel like y'all really are putting her on this pedestal, and it's like y'all can't even see half of the dumb decisions that she's made. I love Brooke. Like I said, I love the character's journey. I think Sophia Bush played her to a T, and I don't think I could ever see anyone else playing that character. But the fandom, y'all overrate her way too much, to the point that y'all don't even want to see her bad decision. Y'all don't even want to see her flaws half the time, and that bothers me. Because y'all can't wait to see someone like Lucas's flaws. Y'all can't wait to bury him. But when it comes to Brooke, oh, no one better dare touch Brooke. No. To me, I feel like Lindsay and Brooke set themselves up for that. For the cheating. I honestly think they set themselves up. Brooke, she knew from season 1. Lindsay knew the moment Peyton came here that there was some unresolved feelings between her and Lucas, and she still stayed with them. Still? And you got people like Brooke, you got people like Haley. None of them are going to say anything. Haley waits until Lucas is about to get ready and get married to say you can't marry Lindsay. Haley, where was that energy at when he and Lindsay were together? Anyway, I need to turn into a whole different rant. But I feel like people who want Peyton and Jake to end up together were the ones who didn't want Lathan. I feel like those were the ones who really didn't want Lathan because they were the ones who really wanted Lucas. They really wanted them to end up together. And to me, no, that's not the story. That's not the story. That's not the story. Me personally, I feel like if Jake and Peyton would have ended up together, I probably would have not continued watching the show. I'm not satisfied with that. Yes, her and Jake, they have chemistry, but it's like, that's really it. They were cute together. That's really it. There's nothing else in that relationship there was nothing, when in season 2 when they were together, I didn't really see that lasting. I didn't really see that lasting. And then Jake got this whole very long drama going on with Nikki. He got to leave town and live with somewhere else. He got to change his name, change his ID. He got to hide Jenny. Like, y'all are okay with Peyton being in the midst of that? Peyton is 16. Why? First of all, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it G here. I do think they had chemistry, but I think when Peyton found out that he had all that unresolved drama with Nikki, she should have told Jake, hey, I'm staying out of it. Because once you put yourself in the middle of it, you're you're part of it now. Like, they really had them acting like a little family in season 2. And I just remember thinking, like, it's cute, but I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about Peyton being a stepmother at 16. Like, y'all okay with that? When Jake got all this unresolved drama with Nikki. And not even that. Y'all remember when Nikki had the court order against Jake in season 2? And Peyton and Lucas had to hide Jake in Nathan's apartment while Nathan was going to go see, Haley. He went to go travel to go see Haley for the tour. They had to hide Jake only for him to get arrested. Like that, not only do you try to make Peyton a stepmother, you make her an accomplice to a crime. That's a crime. When you have a court order out against you and you skip town, you're a criminal because you've done something and it made you look that guilty that you're running away from it. Like, be for real here. Yes, her and Jake, they were cute, but everything that I just said, would y'all have been okay with that? Jake had way too much shit going on. Way too much shit going on. He had skipped town. He got to hide his daughter. He got to go to court. He went to jail. He comes out of jail. He got to skip town again. Like, to go get his daughter from Nikki. That, to me, is way too much. And I feel like if they were just going to write that storyline, like, when he came back, it was like, okay, so the drama with Nikki is over. He must have settled it. But no, it turns out this whole time that we know, the audience knows that Peyton and Brooke gave her the wrong city and location. But it's like, okay, just let Jake have her because we know Nikki is a trash mother. But when Nikki came back at the end of, I think it was episode 16 in season 2, I'm thinking like, oh my god, there's about to be some shit. Was the drama good? Oh yeah, it was good. It was good, alright. That was a good storyline with Jake. Me personally, I feel like he should have stayed on the cast because he was really, I would have preferred Jake over Mount. Like, Jake, he was interesting. Like, we've never seen a teenage father handle being a single parent all by himself. We always see that with mothers. So it was very interesting to see that, take that from my father's approach. That was very interesting. I have nothing against Peyton and Jake being together. But when people tell me, oh, they were in game and all this and all that, it's like, what makes them an in-game ship? Like, I never saw that going anywhere in season 2. I never saw that going anywhere. And then we roll up in season 3. It just felt really random to me that the episode, I believe, no, episode, what was it? Sorry, this will cut my throat. I think it was episode 21, when Haley decided to, when Brooke decided to throw that whole, like, the retelling of how Nathan and Haley fell in love. They were showing us, like, flashbacks of Peyton meeting Jake, and Jake proposing to her and everything like that, and Peyton had to think it over. To me, that felt very random. It felt very random for Peyton to just go back to him. Like, this whole season, she missed Jake, but it didn't seem like it. Like, that's what they were telling us, but it didn't seem like it. Not to me. Like, why wait until this last episode for her to go see him? Or the episode before last to go see him? Only to tell the audience the obvious, that she's still in love with Lucas. It's always been Lucas. It was always Lucas. To me, I didn't get it. Like, they could have cut that out entirely in that season, because that felt very random to me. Very, very random. Very random. Very random. I'm gonna just say that. I don't care how anyone feels, but that was random. And you can't even lie. The people who ship them, y'all can't even lie. That was random as hell. For Peyton to go there, and for her and Jake to shack up, and he telling her he want to marry her, it's like, well, you haven't even seen. Where did this come from? Where's that even coming from? That was hella random. I thought they could have had. I just thought there was no point of her going to Jake. Why did she need to go to Jake for him to state the obvious? That made no sense. Peyton knew she had feelings for Lucas. For Jake to be the one to tell her, it just felt like that was a waste of time, a complete waste. And I know a lot of people said they hated that they just wrote his character out. I agree. They should have kept Jake. Even if him and Peyton weren't going to be in game, it still would have been nice to see Jake, to see him raising Jenny and seeing what she would have been and probably in the later seasons. That would have been really interesting to me. Like I said, I'll prefer him over Mouth. I feel like Mouth is a character that should have never been written. Not to a main character status, unless he was going to be there like as a side character, helping them out. And other than that, Mouth did not need his own storylines, especially when they were hella repetitive. So that's rolling to, so I gave him my opinions on them. I think they were cute, but I didn't see it lasting, and I definitely don't think they were in game. Especially when Jake had all that underlying baby mama drama. Get the fuck out. No way when him and Peyton going to be able to work it out. And still in season 3, there is no talk of what happened with Nikki, none of it. So how do we know that he sorted everything out? She could come back tomorrow, knock on this door, and want her daughter back. Like, to me, I just feel like Peyton was way too young to be mixed in and all that. And I feel like Jake leaving at the end of season 2 was the best decision for her, because Peyton didn't want that. She didn't want that. I know she wanted him, but she didn't want that drama. That's too much. Not when you gotta hide him and he gotta skip town and do all of that. That's too much for someone that's 16. That's way too much. Especially when it's not your baby. That's way too much. Too much. So that's getting to the two defenses I've always heard people say. One of the things I hear people say is that Jake was the better man. Because, let me guess, Jake didn't cheat on anybody, right? Is that the only thing you have to defend? I'm so tired of the Lucas hate. I am so tired of the Lucas slander. You guys have no idea how tired I am of it. Like I said, I could understand people who didn't like the whole idea of how him and Peyton got together, but it was their love story. I didn't mention that. Her and Jake don't really have a love story. It's not layered. That was just something for Peyton to have at that moment, because the writers completely decided not to have her and Lucas interact at all in season 2, which that will be a reason in season 2 for why I think season 2 from One Tree Hill is a wicked season. No Lathan scenes. Are you kidding me? There's no Lathan scenes in season 2. That was absurd. There's some, but there's not a lot. Yes, I can understand. I can understand that, but I feel like Lucas was a great man. He was great. He might have made some mistakes, but he always had a big heart. And I feel like he was always there for everybody. And I feel like people just try to not. I feel like people try to look the other way with that because he hurt Brooke, and because he hurt Lindsay. And I feel like everyone in the show has hurt somebody, so we're gonna move on from that. If that's what you have to defend it, everyone in the show has hurt someone. So switch past that. I don't want to hear it. I still think Lucas was the better choice, because I feel like Peyton confided in him about things people didn't even care about knowing. Even her own best friend. I feel like Peyton told Lucas things that she never told Brooke. Never told Brooke. And half the time, and y'all don't even want to hear it, as much as I love her and Brooke's friendship with all the ups and downs, her and Brooke, they had really great chemistry as friends. They were there for each other when it mattered. But I ain't even gonna lie, half the time Brooke was not there for her. Like, that be clear. Half the time Brooke was not there for her. When they're not friends, I don't care about that. If we're not friends, I don't expect you to be there for me unless you want to be. But when they were friends, like in season 2, mainly season 2, Brooke was not there for Peyton at all through her. When Peyton was having like literally mental breakdowns, Brooke was not there for her at all. Brooke was more concerned on getting dick from Felix than caring about her friend. And I don't care how anyone feels about that. That is the truth. She was not there for Peyton in season 2 at all during her entire mental breakdown. She was not there for her. Half the time, Lucas was a better friend to her than Brooke was. And like I said, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. And I don't care how y'all feel about that. So that, to me, I don't agree with that. I think Lucas was a great man too. Y'all just want to point the fact. Y'all just want to say he's not a good guy because of the lashes on his belt and because Jake has none. So we're gonna move past that one because she still belongs with Lucas at the end of the day. And the other one, her and Jake had better chemistry. Get the fuck out of here. No. Chad and Hillary had the best chemistry on this show. The best chemistry on One Tree Hill. The best chemistry. They had the best chemistry. Her and Jake had chemistry and a little bit of season 1 when they were building them up. Like, I saw something there, but the chemistry didn't really start happening until season 2. And when they reunited in season 3, I really wasn't feeling the chemistry anymore because that entire thing just felt random as hell. But I ain't about to go in depth with this one because we know, especially if you got my Laker fans out there, you know that Chad and Hillary have the best chemistry on the show. Lucas and Peyton have the best chemistry. They make One Tree Hill. Their scenes is just always off the charts. It's, oh my god. It's like their scenes are like the universe doesn't exist. It's just them two on the planet. That's how intense their chemistry is that it feels like the whole world doesn't exist. And her and Jake, they have chemistry, but it ain't gravitational chemistry. It's not alluring chemistry. What they have is gravitational, it's alluring, it's magnetic, it's eccentric, it's intense. They have that. That's the type of chemistry that I notice when couples. Is that chemistry that's undeniable. Her and Jake, they have it, but it could pass any time. And it did in season 3. So those are my thoughts. I don't think her and Jake were EndGame. I think people who wanted them to be EndGame were people who did not want Lathan. And the people who did not want Lathan are the ones who wanted him and Brooke to end up together, but that was never going to happen. And I think the sooner you start to realize it, you'll sleep better at night. So what I have to say in closing is, deal with it. And thanks for watching, and check out the next video when I upload it.